Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
The first movie of the title, The Secret World of Walter Mitty, I think at the end of the war, 1947, something like that, with a then famous actor called Kaye. And then in 2013, Ben Stiller, as you rightly say, he acted the same role of Walter Mitty. And we look at what Walter Mitty was. It's actually, there are definitions in some dictionaries, some American dictionaries as well as UK dictionaries. And there's one by the dictionary, I think, is called the American Heritage Dictionary. And what they say is, to Walter Mitty, an ordinary, often ineffectual person who indulges in fantastic daydreams of personal triumphs. So here was somebody, and the original writer, James Thurber, said it was based on him. So it's a bit of a sad definition, an ineffectual person who sort of lives for his daydreams and almost makes himself believe he's achieved lots of things which he hasn't. I mean, an interesting tangent of this, but by spin-off, if you like, is that it's a well-known syndrome, I suppose, is the in America. If somebody has been caught out claiming to have achieved certain things in the military or in the war years, wearing medals that they haven't actually earned, then they get to be called a Walter or a Walt or simply a Walter Mitty, which obviously is a pretty damning criticism to have if you are pretending that you've achieved stuff in the war or any other time that you actually haven't. The actual illness that this character had would be something they call schizoid PD, schizoid personality disorder. And if you look that up, it's actually quite a sad thing because it's people who perhaps are loners, really. They don't really have too many achievements to their name, but they perhaps pretend to themselves that they are some hero, some person who's achieved some great triumph. So, yeah, that's Walter Mitty. And I've never seen the film, I have to say, with Ben Stiller, but I've often wondered about Walter Mitty in the past and have read about him as this fictitious character. So I think now I will try and find that film and have a look at it because it'll be quite an interesting thing to look at. Would you say we should feel sorry for him, this character in the book and the film?
Well, I would say they say fake it till you make it, don't they? And if somebody, one person in the world, can find joy, doing what they enjoy doing, who are we to take that piece of joy away from them? Because there's a lot of negativity in the world. There's a lot of sadness in the world. Now, if somebody decides to, find their little craven of haven in their own little world, or just let them leave it. That's why I think anyway. I just think, that's what he's. That's what he believes in. That's what he wants to be. Well, what's wrong with that? As long as he's not harming anybody, then why not? Unless, of course, he's. I suppose where he does go.
Sure.
I suppose where he does go wrong is when somebody then decides to then use it to defraud other people of their means of life. Then it becomes a dangerous obsession, then, isn't it? But as long as you're kind of, I don't want to use the word deluded because that's insulting to them. But as long as you have your own bubble, and you live in it, and you just enjoy living in your own bubble, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I take your
Right.
point. I suppose that the question comes though when if that involves lying, for example, on the military side, to claim you were a bit of a war hero or you won medals which you really didn't, then I'm not sure that that doesn't move over into something of a well, it's very it's not being truthful. It's telling lies and pumping yourself up. And I suppose in that in itself would suggest that it is some sort of illness, some sort of mental illness, isn't it, that would lead someone to be like that. But yeah, it's actually quite a sad story, I think, the story of Walter Mitty. And there is something that, yeah, I think we should feel a bit sorry for. The question would be, do you think there's something of Walter Mitty in all of us? In other words, everything really is on a spectrum, isn't it? You know, from very lightly to very heavily, whatever.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.